Let's go to Jack in Indianapolis. What's up, Jack?
Hey, Dr. John. Thank you for taking my call.
You got it, brother. What's up?
So I really need your help with something. My question for you today is, how can I support my girlfriend with an eating disorder? Specifically, she has bulimia.
Okay.
And we've been dating for about 9 months. I'm 30 years old. She's 26. And she's loved my life. I can't see a future without her. I want her to be my wife, future mother of my kids. And as we've grown closer together, I learned that she suffered with an eating disorder for about 6 years throughout high school and college. And, she's done inpatient and outpatient treatment. But I've noticed some evidence lately that she's been binging and purging.
What's the evidence?
So specifically one night she had overeaten like a lot. And she went to the bathroom for a while and she came out and her eyes were really wet and there were like food particles in the toilet.
Okay.
And, it took me a second to realize what that was.
Yep.
And then my mind started looking back at things in the past, like, oh, she canceled several of our dates. Like we had plans. I wonder if she's staying home to binge and purge. Things like that. I'm kind of like looking at things that have happened in the past and saying, okay, there was evidence there for the eating disorder and I just missed it.
Okay.
Or maybe I didn't want to see it. And so now my mind is spiraling. I'm kind of projecting into the future, like what happens when she gets pregnant? Is that going to impact, her body image and exacerbate the eating disorder? What happens when she goes to grad school this fall? Is the stress of that going to cause the eating disorder to flare up?
Yep.
And she doesn't know that I know that I've seen this evidence, and I don't know how to talk to her about it. I want to treat her with dignity and respect.
Yep.
Because I've suffered with addiction too.
Yeah.
I don't know what my role is here.
Awesome. Well, man, your heart's gold, brother. And that's hard. That one's hard. But thank you for the call. And man, this is such a huge deal. I think it's important for me to just tell you, there are some stone cold experts in this field, and I'm not one of them. Okay. Here's what I know about. Most people don't know that anorexia, up until recently with the opioid stuff, and it may be neck and neck. The single most lethal mental health issue was anorexia, eating disorders.
Got it.
Bulimia, I think, the stats are a bit different, and somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. They send me a note here, but it really beats up your body. One of the cornerstones of bulimia is shame.
Yes.
Right? And so the secret part, A, doesn't surprise me at all, and B, that feeds the machine, the secrets, okay? And so the greatest gift you can give her is in a season, tell her what you just told me. Really, you did a great job. I love you. I see no future of mine without you in it. And I have a past. I've struggled from addiction. You have been so vulnerable and brave telling me about your past struggles with purging. And I noticed it happened again.
Yeah.
How are you? And we start there. And here's a couple of hard truths here. Number one, you can't heal her. Number two, you're going to want to look for evidence of this everywhere, and I would recommend you not do that. Okay?
Okay.
She may have missed dates because she had other things going on, or she had COVID, or she had who knows what. You know of this one time, and maybe 2 or 3 other times you're not telling me about, but often we'll start to play beautiful mind, and we'll start to be like, oh yeah, and then, right? And all of a sudden we're on a YouTube channel with our conspiracy theory, right? When it comes to relationships, I would just turn the light on this one. It's hard. Some studies show up to 50% of people who struggle with bulimia have a history of anxiety. The idea that it's all body image is more media fabrication than reality. There's a mix of genetics here. There's a mix of anxiety. There's even some new stuff out that it might be a metabolic issue, that a body just has I don't really know how to describe it, but a body has a tendency to run lower than a physioneural body would do. So all I have to say is it's a complex web of stuff, and she may need to go back to counseling. Right? Well, no, I won't say may. She probably 100% needs to. A great gift you could give her is, I want to come with you. Would you be willing to go? And I'd like to join you. There would be a connectivity there that would be awesome. Okay. And
I love that idea.
This
and
sucks.
She is open to that.
Okay. Here's the other thing. She may tell you, I don't even know what you're talking about. How dare you? I can't believe you did this. And here's one of these things to keep in the furthest reaches of your heart, okay? You may blow your relationship up and save her life. Okay? Because she may tell you to go to hell. She may say, screw this, I'm not having this conversation with you. Okay? And that will hurt more than anything because you're coming to her with an open heart and trying to look to her future. I would recommend, I'd stay away from like, well, what about our unborn baby? And I wouldn't go down those roads. Okay. We're talking a couple of years out. Okay.
Sure.
Let's get to, I noticed some old patterns have shown back up and I'm really scared. And I've been there too. And I'm scared for you. I'm scared for us. I'm scared for me because I don't know how to love you right now. But I see it and I'm willing to walk alongside you because you and I have a future together. But that starts with no more secrets.
Okay. I love that idea.
Okay. And hear me say this, brother. She is lucky to have you. Read less, Google. Okay.
Sorry, what's it called?
Read less, Google. Don't go, Google this less is what I'm saying. Yes.
I'm looking up every resource online.
Yeah, I would do that much less. I would talk to a professional who's got experience working with women and disordered eating. It's hard. It's hard. There's just so much going on. But again, she's lucky to have you, my brother. I'll say this out to everybody. Again, I'm not an expert in this. Obviously working with high school and college students for as long as I did, I've seen it so often. It is very, very hard. So if you are struggling with disordered eating, whether you are struggling with anorexia and you're just not eating, you're binging and purging, you're eating too much, please reach out and call somebody. Please reach out and call somebody. And if you love somebody who is struggling from one of these 3 evil iterations of disordered eating, hold somebody's hand, look them in the eye and say, I love you. I love you enough to say, I see that you're not okay. I love you. And it's not about, I need to tell you that you're beautiful. I mean, it's so much more complex. Tell somebody you love them and you're willing to walk alongside the hell that it's going to be to get to healing on the other side of this thing.